Agili, who has a remarkable story of courage and perseverance that has led him to the U.S. Hassan is originally from Libya, where homosexuality is illegal, and where violence against gay people is a very present fear. Like so many others, Hassan faced intense scrutiny and endured long periods of uncertainty as he fought for his place among the refugees admitted into the U.S. Out of almost 85,000 refugees admitted in 2016, he was the only person from Libya. On June 8th, 2016, Hassan became a new American, as he aptly describes himself. It is truly an honor to have him with us tonight. Please welcome keynote speaker, Hassan Agili.
That was a really dramatic kind of introduction. Hello everyone. Hello. Thank you so much for coming. You know, they say doctors save lives, but gatherings like this also do the same. So I really appreciate you all here. First of all, I'm going to apologize for my nose because I'm going through a very bad allergy. And I promise I will not sniff as much as Trump did in his debate. Yeah, that guy really set a really low bar, even for a refugee from the Middle East. So I'm really happy to be here. Sometimes I really cannot believe it. And you know, if someone came to me 2 years ago and said, one day you're going to be here in New York, I would just laugh at him. And now I'm here, and it's incredible. So I'm really happy. When I look back at my life, I remember thinking how lucky I am to be born in a place where I cannot fit and I cannot be true to myself. And I will never be able to have a normal life. And probably this is something I share with all LGBT community anywhere in the world. When I was in medical school, a friend of mine outed me as a gay man. He borrowed my computer and found some private matters and shared it with his friends. And from that point on, I know that I'm done in that country, and I could not make it. And I'm sorry, because every time I remember this, I feel like really emotional. So I could not finish my medical school. I saw the doors of my last medical exam close right in front of me, and I could not do anything. So I decided to leave. I decided to look for me it was a matter of life or death. It's either wait and be hidden, or dig deep and survive, and I chose to dig deep and survive. I managed to leave the country and go to Jordan, and then from there to Lebanon. And I remember, as soon as I arrived to Lebanon, the next day I was writing to all embassies asking for help. I was explaining to them how I won't be able to go back to my country. And I got a unanimous answer from all of them saying, there's nothing much we can do. And the only way that we can help you is if your case will be referred to us from the UNHCR office, which is the United Nations High Commission of Refugee office. So I tried to find the place, and I found it, and I went there. And I was terrified by the number of refugees from Syria and Iraq and Palestine and all over. And I felt scared that I will not make it. For a single man without a family, without children, which is the case for all LGBT refugees, usually we slip to the end of the line. So I learned that after a research and study online, I found that I have to be my own lawyer. Because I don't have money to hire one, I decided to prepare my own case. So the irony in this is I was in a place where I was trying everything I could to hide the fact that I'm gay. And now I am in a place where I have to prove that I'm gay. And the other funny thing is it could be really easy if it was in a place to say to somebody, drop your pants and I'll show you how gay I am. I wish it was that easy, but no. So after a setup of really long interviews with the UNHCR office, really long one, and they go through every single intimate aspects of your life. And they will ask you over and over again, so they make sure you're not lying and saying the truth. So I managed to go through that, and after months of interviews, I got my refugee status, and shortly after that, I learned that I was one of the 1% of the total amount of refugees worldwide to be up for resettlement in a third country. And I was really happy. And here we go, I'm starting the second chapter of my resettlement. And for a refugee, people usually don't know that. But as a refugee, you don't actually choose the country you're going to. So you have just to wait and see who will pick you. And the waiting was really intense, and you wait for the unknown. You don't know if this is going to work out, your life is on hold. Plus, I could not work in Lebanon, so the struggle of making it day by day without being able to work, and I have to provide for the rent and the food and all that, it was kind of complicated, but somehow with the help of my family and friends, I managed to do that. And one day, really early morning, I got a call from the American Embassy Resettlement Office, and they said, you've been picked by the US. And that was a really happy day, and I was very excited. And then the process started with the Americans, which is really, really long. It's longer than the UNHCR process. And they will conduct a lot of interviews by their own, and then they will take all your information. I'm gonna say this right, so you know exactly what we go through. So after the interviews, we have all the information checked by the national security agencies, including the FBI, Department of State, Department of Defense, Homeland Security, and National Counterterrorism Center, and more. And if you make it after all this, you still did not make it. You will still have to have another interview with Homeland Security, where they will, after all that, they have to determine if you're actually going to make it or not. So for security reasons, they don't go to Lebanon anymore, so they flew me all the way to Slovakia. And I stayed in something called Emergency Transit Center. It's a refugee camp. And I stayed for about 4 months, where I had my interview with Homeland Security, and I had my last medical checkups before I arrived here. I met my hero, Andrew Solomon, 12 years ago in Libya when he was doing a piece for New York Times. And he gave me his business card, and he said, if you ever need help, please let me know. And when I knew that they asked me if I know anybody here that might help, I contacted him, and he was amazing. He helped me get here, and now he's housing me in his home with his husband John and his kid George. They're not here tonight, but the representative of the family is Dean, who is the grandpa, and my dearest friend. He's one of the sweetest soul ever, and I'm very happy that he's here with me. Also, after I got here, I met amazing people who showed me the real face of this amazing, gracious, really generous country. And that face, not by any means orange. And they are all helping me to get my life starting here. It's not easy to start your life from scratch. I have some of them with me here, like Ira, Gilbert, Dustin, Michael Rose, and a lot of others. So I'm really gonna say thank you for the deepest of my heart. What you do is amazing, not only for me, but just for me to tell the story of how many amazing people here will help, just because they know this is the right thing to do. Back in February, I came out basically on CNN. I had an interview with CNN, and this is something I never thought I would do ever, but I did, and I received a lot of messages of hate from the country, from Libya, from people saying, we thought you were a good person, and you're not a good person anymore now because I'm gay. And I also heard from people who are young and gay, and they were telling me that I am their hero, and they wish that one day they will do exactly what I did. And I hope one day I will be able to help these people achieve what I did. But what I want to say is, people everywhere still look up to this country. And to be the leader of the world, you have to know, when you're fighting for your rights, you're fighting for everyone's right all around the world. Thank you so much for being here.